Hypixel Skyblock money making method videos nowadays are just full of mining is good, guys, do mining. But I don't blame them. I've spent like a full day looking for actual good money making methods to include in this video. And that's why in today's video, I'm going to be looking at 3 unknown money making methods to see if they're actually worth it or not. And spoiler alert, yeah, they are. Also, don't forget to join my Discord as we do constant giveaways, and I also ping whenever I upload or stream, so that's nice. And the pack that I use in this video was actually made by Idle and is actually my 8,000 subscriber special. So if you want access to this pack, then get me to 8,000 subscribers. I'm only like 500, so hit that subscribe button. It also supports me a ton and gets me closer to my goal of 30,000 subscribers for the YouTube rank. So subscribe!
Why don't we play a little game?
Before we begin today's video, I actually have a sponsor by Best Minecraft Servers. I know, right? Switch their sponsor before GTA 6 is crazy. If you're like me and are finding the Skyblock updates to be really boring recently and are looking for new Minecraft servers to play, then you've got to check out the link in the pinned comment or description. I don't really care. Also, I'm sure some of you are familiar with this site, but Best Minecraft Servers has hundreds of servers to explore, whether you're on Bedrock or Java Edition. I mean, they've got it all. They got Skyblock, SMPs, prisons, hardcores, and hundreds of others to play. Checking out the link in my pinned comment or description and joining a Minecraft server only takes 10 seconds and helps me create amazing videos for you guys like this one. And who knows, maybe you'll be able to escape this godforsaken game and play something else for once. But yeah, thanks again to Best Minecraft Servers for sponsoring the video, and back to the money making methods. Alright, so this first method is actually killing the rats in the hub for the tasty cheese. Now, it might not sound like it makes a ton of money, but trust me, it does. Now, for this setup, basically, if you're early game, it doesn't really matter what type of game you are. I think Wise is the best either way. You're gonna want full Wise Dragon armor with something that gives magic fine like a Rift necklace, AOTD, or if you're later game, then Hyperion, which AOTD works just as fine as Hyperion, and then also either a Griffin pet, Golden Dragon, or a Sheep pet. Now this, if you're going for the cheap route, should probably only cost you around 10 to 15 million coins, which is pretty good for how much this method makes. Now to get started with this money making method, you're gonna want a waypoint mod like SkyTills. Here are all of the waypoint coordinates. There are a total of 7, and I'll also link them down in the description. And a huge shout out to Equalizer. He actually made a video on this money making method, and I wanted to share it because it's actually overpowered, bro. So I'll go ahead and do around a 5-minute test, since the rat pet is literally worth 40,000 coins. 70,000, my bad. So RNGs don't really matter at all during this, so it's really just killing the rats for the tasty cheese. So yeah, I'm gonna do a 5-minute test and see how much I make. I'll see you when I'm done. Now I did also forget to mention that once you're done killing all the rats in the lobby, you're gonna want to go over to the hub selector and then right click this button to find a new private hub so that you can find more rats in all the spots. Also, it might take you around 10 to 30 minutes to get used to where all the rats spawn, because they do spawn in a little bit different places. Like one could spawn inside the house, over here it could spawn outside the barn or inside the barn. You're just gonna have to learn where they are. It only took me about 20 minutes, so everything out the way, I was actually getting to the method. Okay, so I actually accidentally insta-sold everything, which was a total of 1.7 mil. But if I actually set it up for, what is it, sell offer? Let me just buy how much I made back. Doesn't matter if I'm spending more money. So if I went ahead and sell offered it, it's about 2 million coins. And since I did a 5-minute test, it'd be 2 mil times 12, which is 24 million coins, which is insane for how much it costs to get into. Now, obviously, the rats don't drop a certain amount of cheese every single time. It varies every single rat, so I doubt I would make 24 million coins every single hour. So I would probably guess that I made either 18 to 20 million coins in that hour if I were to do the full hour, which is still really good. Don't get me wrong, that's still really good. Also, there is a possibility of you making more than that because the rat drops vary for about a 15 to 10 million coin setup to get into, that's pretty good. But yeah, on to the next method. All right, so for this next method, we're actually going to want to be on the Crimson Isle. So I think some of you have heard of this method. It was, I think, pretty big about 2 years ago, a year ago. But recently, with the new Crimson Isle update, they actually unsoulbound this material, and it is the flames from the cinder bats. This is actually insane. I'll show you in a second. Now, for this money making method, you're going to want a good setup or either a sorrow set. And if you're going to prioritize magic find instead of killing, then go daedalus axe and either a Hyperion preferably or a jinxed voodoo doll for the cheaper option, which obviously the Hyperion's going to be better, but I don't think the jinx is that terrible because with the jinx you can also hide out the daedalus axe, which is very good. I am using an implosion belt for more damage and stuff like that, but basically there is 3 spots where these bats spawn, and these are the waypoints right here. Copy them down if you need. And the drop chance for these flames are a 1 in 100 from these cinder bats, but it also is affected by magic find and looting, so I actually don't know the drop chances. You can do the math yourself, but I was getting them like 1 in every 15 at least. Now for this method, obviously you can see I have F3B on for hitboxes. You need this on because you can't see them normally without them, so you do need it. And then you get flames. So I could probably kill one of them every, let's say, 15 seconds-ish. Maybe 10 seconds, even less, if they spawn correctly. As you can see, I'm killing them pretty quickly. And I'll do probably a 10 or 15 minute test, because technically, actually, it is a drop chance, but if I do average out with statistics, then it'll be a pretty good money-making method. But yeah, let me get to doing it. So after the 15 minutes, I did something else, but whatever. So we made 5 flames, also catalides. They're really good if you're going between places and definitely kill the cata guys. So I made a total of 11.5 million coins from 15 minutes. So 11.5 times 3 is 34.5 million coins an hour, which obviously RNG is subjective to luck and how much magic find you have. So obviously more magic find you have, more often you're gonna get them. But I wouldn't say that like these rates, like the ones I did, would change that much, because I was averaging about 2 per 5 minutes. I would say that's what I was getting. I did like a 40-minute test before this just to see if the method was even good to record, and these rates are about what I was getting before. So this is really good. Now also another thing I do want to mention is that if you actually look at the recipe here for the ever burning flame, it cost, what's that, 16 flames, and I made 5 in 15 minutes. So if you get 5 in 15 minutes, that's actually 46 million coins an hour. Oh, I'm stupid. What the frick? Okay, that's really good. Okay, so if I would have gotten 20 flames, put these in here, minus the cost of the plasma bucket and this other stuff, which is about 1 million in total, plus 16 mil, so 17 mil. Yeah, you probably could have sold it for like 50 something mil. So that's like 50 something million coins an hour. That is insanity. And this money making method, I don't think I've seen it just since like 2 years ago. Also, you can just straight up sell these flames if you want to, because they unsoulbound them recently. So this is really good. Obviously, you can get higher rates with higher magic find, but I was just using like a base Aurora set, and that's it. You could even do this with a Jinx Voodoo doll and swap to your Daedalus Axe, or you could just use a Hyperion. Either one, that doesn't really matter. So yeah, all in all, it's still really good, even if you're mid game and you don't have a Hyperion. But yeah, with that money making method out of the way, let's move on to our final money making method. All right, and this last method, it's not very unknown, but it is pretty lost to time. I don't see many people doing it, but it's actually still pretty good, even if you're early game or mid game. I wouldn't say very late game though. So for this setup, you're gonna want to be in the Dwarven Mines, and you're gonna want to kill the Treasurite Hoarders. In this little cave right here is where they spawn, and then out here some of them. So I'm just gonna be wearing a full Sorrow set with a Rift Necklace and basically a level 100 Griffin pet. Common would work as well, same amount of magic find either way. Now I'm gonna do a 10-minute test to see how much I make from this, because the Starfall sells for a ton, and also the Treasurite. So maybe even 5 minutes. Actually, I'll do a 5-minute test. I don't really care, and I'll see you when I'm done. Alright, well, I'm really stupid and I forgot to record, but whatever. So I did a 5-minute test. In total, I got 351 starfall and 6 treasurite for a total of an hour, 15.6 million coins. For basically no setup to start this other than a bit of magic find. It's like Rift Necklace is free. Sorrow Armor is only a total of like 10 million coins. And then the common Griffin Pet or any Griffin Pet that's level 100 is like probably max 5 million coins. So this is really cheap to get into. Obviously, I could use my data stacks or my Hyperion to like actually do this and kill them. Would have been much more, but I wanted to stick to earlier game side of things and I didn't do that. Now also depends on your beast, how much beast share you have, that also would affect it. Like if we see here, obviously you get a ton of magic find per beast. So honestly, it's really good because you get 4. Yeah, see, 4 every single tier. So yeah, that's another way you can up your magic find. But yeah, all in all, that's really good. Obviously rates will vary because treasurite also does cost a lot, but starfall is pretty much set in stone. But yeah, with that, that's every single money making method that I could find that's pretty unknown. The last one is kind of lost to time, so I'm counting it as an unknown. But the other two, I genuinely didn't know they existed until recently. I would definitely say the best for early game is the cheese grinding, but the best for mid game to late game is the flame grinding. That is really good. That's a really good method. I'm surprised I don't see enough people doing it. But yeah, other than that, please go check out my sponsor. I really appreciate them for sponsoring my video, so go check out the link in the description or the pinned comment and go play a couple Minecraft servers. That would really support me and them. Also, subscribe so you can get the release of the texture pack that I'm using in this video at 8,000 subscribers, and I also want to hit 30,000 subscribers for the YouTube rank, so make sure to subscribe. Thank you to everybody who gives me contraband. I appreciate you guys so much, and yeah, that's about it other than subscribe!